What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. And tonight, I will be talking about the Shy Season 1, Episode 9 recap. Another great episode, and it seems like the deeper we get into this show, the better it gets. Episode 9 was a very solid episode, and the writing in this show is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Let's talk about it, man. Episode 9. Now, we begin with your boy Sonny talking to Emmett. Emmett is, pretty much saying he needs to get money and all this, trying to take care of his son, and he probably is thinking about working with quitting and all this. And Sonny told him, look, you don't need to be messing with him. You need to stay away from him because it's going to be a lot of bloodshed pretty much, and it's about to go down. It's about to be a big, war going on, and you don't need to be messing with Quentin because he will kill you and your kid and all this shit. And Sonny is telling the truth. Emmett probably needs to stay away from Quentin. He's very dangerous. Yes, he does seem like, he's doing a lot of good things, but he has a dark past, a very dark past, and your boy Emmett need to play his cards right. Now we get to Tracy and Laverne, and I talked about this about what to expect. And the crazy part, they released some more details, and it seems like Tracy, she was passed off by her I guess crack addict or whatever, drug addict stepfather passed her off when she was a teenager. Passed her off to a man. We don't know who this man is, but we can assume it's Quentin. Everybody's thinking it's Quentin. He passed her off, and the man got her pregnant, and that's how Jason was born. She tried to have an abortion. He tried to take pills and shit, but it didn't work. And Tracy said, if I keep the baby, I don't want to see you again. And that's what happened. And like I said, it seems like it is Quentin. I mean, Quentin is the father of this child, of Jason. That's the facts. And that's why Tracy was acting funny when she seen him. But she had a dope fiend, cracked out stepfather who passed her off, pretty much sold her to Quentin, and Quentin got her pregnant. Very messed up, man. Very messed up. Like I said, these stories is getting crazy. But Laverne and her just talked about motherhood, and she pretty much told her Coogie didn't kill her son and all this, and they kind of bonded being a part of this women's group. But this whole Quentin and Tracy thing it got crazy, man. It was crazy to hear her story. Like, he was just smashing her, and she got pregnant. She was young, didn't know what she was doing. And it seemed like she had a very tough childhood. That's very messed up. Very messed up. And to see that Jason died anyway is even crazier. But Quentin, he was an old head, man. He was doing a lot of dirty shit in his past, and Tracy is in his past. I can't wait to see how they're going to play out that storyline, but it's confirmed your boy Quentin is Jason's daddy. Now we get to your boy Emmett once again. He finally gets his son back. He gets to see his son. He meets Tiffany at this park. She drops off his son, and she seems a little bit more happy now. Emmett is actually doing the right thing. He actually apologized and said, most of this trouble that we were having is my fault. I'm taking responsibility, and I just want to do right for my son. Even gives her money and everything. And Tiffany has an attitude like, yeah, you need to do that. You need to step up and all this. Just very disrespectful. And her boyfriend, he walked up and, talked to Emmett for a little bit and said, look, man, I'm going to help you see your son. And it seemed cool at first. It seemed like he was cool. Like, I'm going to help you see your son, man. That's messed up. But only if you slide me some money every month. Like, that's just straight up dirty. It's straight up dirty. Emmett is about to be going through a lot. This whole storyline with Emmett and his baby mothers is getting crazy, and also with his mother as well. It's getting crazy. Jada, she found another job. You know what I'm saying? She pretty much told Ronnie and Ethel, yeah, they know she's been fired, but she's found another job in Seattle, and that's in a whole nother state. So that's a cliffhanger they hit us with at the end of the episode. But it seems like Jada and Emmett may be leaving, or Emmett may stay. I don't know how this is going to work out, But it's very interesting to see where it goes. But it seems like Emmett is trying to do all the right things, and every time, he gets over one thing, he's hit with another problem. Now we get to your girl Jerica and Brandon. Now Jerica finally gives up. She finally gives it up, y'all. She lets your boy Brandon smash. Finally, he hit. I felt for him, man. I felt for him that he got the smash. Um, Everybody was saying Jerica don't put out. Well, she put out tonight in tonight's episode. She put out. She a little freak. But come to find out, your boy Brandon, he did smash Sarah. He told her he don't know what I'm saying. He don't want nobody messing up their relationship, so he wanted to tell the truth. Come to find out he smashed Sarah, but come to find out also your girl Jerica also done smashed somebody. So they both done smashed somebody. I mean, they weren't even broke up that long, far as I know. I mean, I don't really know how long they was broke up, but it didn't seem like it was that long. Their relationship seemed very strong, but I guess not. They start smashing other people, so it is what it is. It's crazy because now we got to see where Brandon wants to go and where Jericho wants to go. But it seems like they're going to stay together and just get over it and work through this little issue. But at least your boy Brandon finally smashed Jericho. At least he did that. And in this episode, your boy Brandon, he got his food truck. He finally got his food truck, and he got it all painted up, fixed up. Jericho gave him some extra money also to get, the food truck up and running, because she said it's going to take a little bit of time for Brandon to get the money back from the house. So they got the food truck, got it up and running, and your boy Brandon, he wants to, like I said, he wants to make this quick money. He doesn't want to wait. He links up with his boy Luis. And like I told y'all, Luis, I understand that he's Brandon's friend, but this is a guy that Brandon needs to watch out for, because he always getting Brandon into some type of trouble, stealing the shit from their job. The dude that he bought, trying to get the gun for, pulled out the gun and pistol whipped Brandon. It just seems like every time he messes with Luis, it's trouble. Now Luis done got your boy Brandon a counterfeit permit, and Brandon went along with it, like, all right, okay. And come to find out, Brandon had to move his truck because he tried to park it at another lot where there was other food trucks. And the people told him, like, look, you got to bounce. And your permit is fake. We will call the city if you don't move. So Brandon had to move. He had to leave, move his truck, I guess closer into the city. And come to find out, when the Regs boys, I think that dude named Stick, they seen your boy Brandon. They seen him, and they said, look, we gonna go back and tell Reg that he's out here selling shit. And that storyline will pick up in the next episode, but I'm eager to see what's going to happen with Brandon and with Reg and how they gonna play that shit out, because remember, Reg said, I gotta work with you because you got good credit. So we gonna find out where that goes. Now we get to your boy Kevin and Papa. They finally meet in the boys' locker room. They finally meet, and they finally squashed their little problem that they had. Your boy Kevin didn't want to tell Papa that he shot somebody. They finally discussed it. They talk about it. They squash it. And Papa just say, man, just tell me if something deep happens, something serious. Just let me know. We are friends. You know what I'm saying? I can understand where Papa's coming from, because he always is very truthful with his friends, and he tries to help them out the best that he can. But these two hug it out, man. They squash their little problem, and they decide, you know what, we need to go find Jake, find out what he's doing. He didn't come to school today. He didn't come to play rehearsal. What is Jake out here doing? So they go and search for their boy Jake. Now they find Jake to hook up with him, and Jake and Reg, Reg pulls up and say, y'all want to come get something to eat? So now they rolling around with Reg, and I'm gonna talk about him a little bit later. But they rolling around with Reg, dumbass. Reg is pretty much peer pressuring them, saying, have y'all had sex yet, and all this shit. This peer pressure, straight peer pressure, straight hood shit, man. Telling them he a bitch and shit. He should be going over there hitting the dude and all this. So Jake is just getting he getting heated, because he's like, I ain't soft. I hit him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't soft. And his own brother is just dogging him like, you scared. You need to go over there. So your boy Jake goes over there, hits the dude. They get into a big fight. Jake started getting jumped. Kevin and Papa was kind of scared to even go over there. The police end up coming. They had them all on the police cars, and they end up telling them, look, if y'all keep going at it, we gonna arrest y'all on some battery charges. So the police let everybody go, and Jake ended up leaving with Reg. Papa and Kevin said, you know what, we cool. We ain't gonna be messing with y'all. We can't mess with y'all because it's just bad news. It's bad news. They don't need to be messing with Jake. Jake's gonna get them in trouble, and him hanging around Reg, it's just crazy, man. Reg is just crazy. This dude is a bad role model. But Jake wants to be just like him. He wants to be just like him. I'm glad that Papa and Kevin can see the truth and know, even though they're living in this bad environment, they know like this dude is bad and we need to stay away from him. Now we get to your boy Ronnie, and this is a very tough episode for him. Like I told you guys in my What to Expect, I told you I believe Ronnie is trying to change his ways and try to confess, pretty much do what he got to do to change his life around. Now, Ronnie ended up shaving all his hair off. He cleaned himself up, and you can tell that he had a mission. Now he goes and he tried to get his friends to take care of his grandmother Ethel, and she's not having it. You know what I'm saying? He wants them to take care of her. That was the first sign. I was like, okay, he's trying to get them to take care of her. Then he talked to Jada, and she was telling him, well, if you don't watch her or whatever, most likely they're going to have another nurse coming here, and she probably get sent to a nursing home. And Jada told him she's probably better off at a nursing home. So, he brought his boys over. Ethel was pissed off. She pulled a shotgun out, telling them to get the hell out. And Ronnie had to go to plan number 2, and that was figure out another way to get someone to take care of his grandmother. Ronnie's whole game plan is this: I need somebody to take care of my grandmother. You can tell the way he's staring at her. You can tell that this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. And he's just trying to soak in the moment because he knows these probably the last moments he's going to be out as a free man, and his last moments spending time with his grandmother. And it's kind of sad, man. It's kind of sad. But I am glad Ronnie is stepping up to the plate and trying to confess finally. Now, Detective Wallace, Detective Cruz, Detective Cruz is putting on the pressure. He's going in trying to take out Detective Wallace. Now, Detective Wallace has found out about it. He meets up with him and say, okay, so you called him, you pretty much, you trying to investigate me? You know what I'm saying? You told these people about me or whatever. Why did, you know what I'm saying? He's just tripping out. And Detective Cruz needs to be careful with this dude. Don't get too eager. Do not get too eager. You need to be smart. I wish he was a little bit smarter on his approach, but he needs to be careful around him because Detective Wallace is dangerous and he's dirty. Detective Cruz got that Greg Knox effect where he just feel like he gotta solve this case. Don't be like Greg Knox and get your ass popped. Do not do that. Trust me. And Detective Wallace told him, okay, all right, you want these problems? All right, it's going to be problems then. It's pretty much going to be problems. And I mean, he pretty much confessed to killing Jason right there. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much in my eyes. In my eyes, he kind of just confessed to doing it. But Detective Wallace is dirty, and I believe Detective Cruz needs to watch his back around him, and he needs to close his mouth. Stop going to these people telling them all this shit because first off, they not even trying to support you with this investigation. So you need to do this shit on your own and be more careful and more smart with some of the things you doing. Stop going to telling them because they ain't doing nothing but going back telling everything that he's doing. So Detective Wallace knows what he's doing. And Detective Cruz told him himself, like, yeah, I did this, I did that. I see y'all blocked the 911 call. I found the phone. You know what I'm saying? Be more smart before you get your ass popped. And also, Detective Cruz, it seems like he may be having a baby on the way. Now, we back with your boy Reg. And before I start, we got to remember what happened earlier in the episode. Quentin approached Detective Wallace and told him, look, I know the guns was yours. I know you working with Trace and all this shit. So Quentin pretty much told him, look, I know who you are. Detective Wallace said, you know what? You right. But guess what? I didn't kill Jason pretty much. He said Trace did. He said, well, you know who killed him? because Quentin wanted to know who killed Jason, and he said Trice not trying to tell him. So Detective Wallace pretty much, said it. Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, Trice did the shit. I mean, you can look in Detective Wallace's face and know he lying. I think he lying. Detective Wallace is the one that fucked over Jason, in my opinion. But let's get fast forward on into the episode. Reg picked up Trice early in the episode. He picked him up, and we didn't see Trice at all the whole episode. One of Trice's boys rolled up on Reg when he was hanging around Jake and all them early on, and said, "Have you seen Trice? I ain't seen him." And Reg pretty much played the shit off. He played it off like, I don't know where he at. He probably with some girls or whatever. So, Reg picked him up from yoga and all that. We didn't see him the whole episode. Come to find out, at the end of the episode, your boy Reg done kidnapped Trice, threw him in the trunk. He's all beat up, and it looked like he about to drop his ass off. Looked like he about to drop him off to Quentin. You know what I'm saying? He tied up Jake right there. He don't even care. He got his little brother with him, and this shit is getting crazy. Like, Reg stepped up. He's like, you ain't about to keep playing me. He done stepped up to the plate, and they about to try to take out Trice, and I believe they're gonna find out that Detective Wallace did this shit next week. That's just my opinion. But your boy Trice, he done slipped up. And your boy Reg finally stepped up, did what he was supposed to do. And next week we're gonna finally see the showdown between Trice, Detective Wallace, Quentin, Reg. We're gonna get the conclusion, and I cannot wait until the storyline is over and we find out the truth. And we will find out the truth. I cannot wait. Now we get to the finale, and it's your boy Ronnie. And like I told you guys, I believe he was gonna confess. A lot of people didn't think he was, but you can just tell. He goes into the station and he tells the Detective Cruz, pretty much, I killed Cookie Johnson. He confessed, man. He confessed. He stepped up. That was a lot of pressure, man, for him to sit up there and have the courage to tell what he did. He felt really bad. Now you go back early in the episode, he went to Cookie's memorial. They had like the little pictures and shit outside on a pole, and balloons and all that, and cards, and you can just tell, man, the whole episode, like, this dude's he's gonna confess, man. He's gonna confess. He's trying to set up everything, and I guess we're gonna find out this next episode. He's gonna, like I said, they're gonna bring him in, question him about the gun and all that shit. Your boy Ronnie not about to tell about all that, who he sold the gun to and none of that, but he did confess. It, that storyline is pretty much complete. A lot of people thought Ronnie and Jada was going to get together. It seemed like that. Jada seen him and said, "You look nice." It seemed like, okay, they may get together, but it don't seem like that as of right now. Now, we're going to find out what's going to happen with your boy Ronnie. A lot of people are upset, like, man, he finally cleaned himself up, and now he had to confess. He's getting locked up. It is what it is, man. Like I said, Ronnie, I give him a lot of respect because he stepped up and confessed to something that he did. And overall, man, this was a great episode. Deep. It's crazy because the writing, to me, in my opinion, has gotten crazy. They did a great job with it. But you guys let me know, what did you think of The Chi Season 1, Episode 9? Let me know your thoughts, your comments, your theories. Leave it in the comments below. We got one more episode left. I want to thank you all once again for all the support and all the love. This whole series has been great. I can't wait to do more videos on it. I can't wait for Season 2. I will keep supporting this show. But I'm going to get on out of here. Like I said, leave those comments, and I will respond, and we're going to talk about it later on this week. But it's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. Super Bowl goals. I'm at the crib of Puff. He got Kaepernick on the phone. He in a whole different mode. Angel Head 2 a.m. for being Hove, just to show him how I treat the city like my humble abode. Hey, tell me if TD Bank is a